Hello everybody, welcome to Leeds Wine TV. I am your host Mark Fusco, here for another episode. We've got, today, we're going to do a wine that you should be able to get pretty much everywhere. It's Penfold's Koonunga Hill Shiraz-Cabernet from South Australia, 2007 vintage. Got this for $9.99 at HEB. And yeah, I did say Shiraz, by the way. The Australians are the ones that decided to name the grape Shiraz instead of saying Syrah, and that's how they pronounce it. They don't pronounce it Shiraz, even though that's how you pronounce that city in the Middle East. So anyway, so we've got the Shiraz-Cabernet Sauv, Cab Sauv as I call it sometimes, and this is a 70% Shiraz, 30% Cabernet Sauvignon, and what happens with this particular label is that they vary between 50 to, they said 65+%, depending on the year of Shiraz. So it's based upon that, and then they throw a little Cabernet Sauvignon for good measure. I got some floral at the very end there. Definitely picking up the fruit. By the way, this is matured in, they said, seasoned American and French oak for 12 months. They said the majority of it, and then some of it is aged in stainless steel. Hints of chocolate. Getting some dark red fruits, deep fruit there. Hint of chocolate, and then that initial floral thing, it's there. Then a little bit of fakeness. It said something about, I don't know. They had mentioned some specific fruits on their tasting notes, but I'm not smelling them specifically. But definitely a little bit of chocolate in there too. A little bit of tannins, but not overpowering. That's kind of nice. A little bit of spiciness. So, I'm getting a little bit of heat. I think it's 13.5 on the alcohol. 13.5 alcohol. Might be a little bit higher. Getting some fruit, getting some more of those redder fruits. Not really much on the chocolate. But I'd say it's not bad. The esteemed Robert Parker rated this particular vintage an 88. Prior vintages have been rated as high as 95, and I think maybe as low as 87. I don't know. But it's tasty. Got a little bit of sweetness to it. Not a whole heck of a lot. But I like the spiciness of it. And that's one of the things I like about Shiraz, Syrah, and Zinfandels is there's some spiciness to it. 88. I'll agree. 88. It's good. It's $10. It's worth it. I could see pairing this with some good steak. You don't need a thick steak for this, but I could see pairing it with some steak. I could even see putting it with some barbecued ribs. A little spiciness of say a spicy barbecue sauce, not necessarily a sweet sauce. You can do either one, I guess. Probably the sweet would really complement it. But put that with some barbecued ribs or some, you could probably get away with a little barbecue chicken. No, it's not a normal combination, but the sauce really is what I'm going with. Not like the chicken itself, but the sauce. I probably wouldn't pair it with any pasta. You could, but you know, like the pasta that we had the other night, the Chianti definitely was, you know, a much better pairing. But I wouldn't really. I really wouldn't. I just like swirling. I wouldn't really pair it with pasta, but definitely some meats. Maybe some. What's what am I trying to? Maybe like a pot roast. Put some pot roast with it. That would probably go pretty well. I mean, it's just, I feel like having some pot roast, and I'm just kind of talking about the wine. So yeah, I think it'd be a good pairing. So 88. Let's talk about the wine a little bit more. They get their fruit from 3 of the 6 major regions or zones in South Australia. They get them from Barossa, McLaren Valley, and the Limestone Coast. Though on the tasting notes they had Kawabara specifically, but doing my little research, sometimes that particular part of the Limestone Coast is in dispute depending on where it is. So Limestone Coast, that's also, actually that was on the tasting notes, but on their write-up they were a little more specific in general, I guess. Like I said, it's 70-30 on this, and blah blah blah. So yeah, good wine. Penfold's been around for a long time. They were founded in 1844 by a gentleman from England who migrated or emigrated, what do you want to say, to Australia. Or South Australia, and his name was Dr. Christopher Rawson Penfold. And he founded it in 1844. So it's been around quite a long time. And you know, they're a well-known name. They provide a decent value wine. You know, I've known of this wine for quite a while. It was one of the wines we had at one of my restaurants that I worked at. The name I just love Koonunga. I love saying Koonunga. It's a great name. It's a great word. And I remember having it way back then and thought it was pretty good. So when we got it, I was like, yeah, this will work. Okay, so what else? Sommelier School was put up yesterday, so make sure you hit that. Remember, it's web-only content. Uh-oh, time's up. Click the links. Friend me up on Twitter, Facebook. Email me. Leave the comments. Like James Bond, baby. I got to get up out of here, man. Talk to everybody again next time.